Hey guys, so quick trade breakdown. So actually today was insane. Yeah, so you're seeing correct. This today's trading day. Sold off heavily today on NQ. Basically the volume of last 3 trading days. And yeah, we created definitely S&T in here. We're really bullish actually the last 3 days. And now we opened up and just really sold off heavily. There was not really anything to do about it. Actually, before the opening, I was quite bullish. So we had really clean assess liquidity we could go for, definitely. But I did not expect it that we would trade this much lower. So I would have thought that we eventually would find support basically with Asia lows or basically with the sweeping the wick right here. But yeah, we really sold off today. To me, also like the buy side liquidity right here looked really clean, like trendline liquidity. And also on yes, we have a really clean London highs. So yeah, I was actually expecting higher prices, but you have to adapt. So today we sold off heavily. And yeah, maybe before we drop into the 1 minute chart right here, we can take a look also on our regular trading hours chart. Actually today we can not really have a clear direction here because we just opened lower, shit a bed, and from there on. And we definitely do have some quadrants in here we can basically can take a closer look to, but in that case it's just not really giving you a clear objective because we just have too much volume. So we traded just through all of them most of the days. You can see the AM session always highlighted in yellow basically. And compared to today, yeah, that's insane. But and with that we can go back to electronic trading hours and drop to the 1 minute chart. So what was I looking for? Basically only for retracements, because I don't feel confident basically in shorting in here if we just are so much oversold. So that's not my trading approach. Definitely there is basically, or the probabilities are there that we will sell off basically still lower, but that's not how I want to trade. If basically I cannot take any longs in here, then I will just try to avoid trading. So with that we come to my executions. So I was waiting basically right here we have the basically close the long close macro, so not a setup within the macro, but we have a clear, or to me a clear manipulation leg lower, 3 consecutive candles, scrap basically right here perfectly the buy side liquidity, the engineered buy side liquidity, traded into the really small higher time frame gaps in here. And then what I really like is actually the fact that we displaced above the balance price range right here, so the inversion failure gap, and also consequent encroachment of the higher time frame gap. So to me that was really valid. We also had kind of equal highs right here. At least expected that we would sweep the buy side liquidity right here. I was hoping for a more short-term retracement, a 5-minute retracement into the 5-minute gap right here, targeting the higher time frame gap right here, which we had first basically found support and now could have basically been turned into resistance, and from there on trade lower. But yeah, we were really heavy today, still traded lower. And then we had the long close macro, and I was really patient. I did not want it to basically jump into the market and just pressure buy only because we are so much oversold. You have to be really careful that you don't get really caught up in any longs in here too early. You have to be really patient, but we formed a clean S&T. And what I then really was looking for on the 5-minute chart is the fact that we have a down close, we have a up close candle right here, down close candle and up close candle. And if we trade basically or close above the down close candle right here with a valid CST on the 5-minute chart, but which means we have a change in state of delivery, also a break of structure in that case, and that we will reverse or retrace on the 5-minute chart as well, not only on the lower time frame on the 1-minute chart, but on the 5-minute chart as well. And that's basically what I was waiting for. That's the to me the most important level right here was the breaker on the 1-minute chart, because maybe should compare it. Right here we have the 5-minute chart, and as you can see right here, the down close candle, the high would have been the candle right here, but with that we are just too late in the trend, and yeah, looked just really clean. And the candle right here, so the up close candle, 5-minute candle, is the breaker right here, and with closing above it, I know that we will basically try to trade higher. So that was what I was basically anticipating, expecting, that we would trace with any long close macro, and that actually played out really clean. We also had really clean buy side liquidity right here, also liquidity right here. I was expecting that we would trade back into the order block right here. Why the order block? Because yeah, right here you can see it, it's perfectly aligned with our price range. So I took the whole price range basically from the low to the high and measured basically all quadrants, and we had basically CE right there, and therefore I was just looking which PD array is basically, yeah, most close to it basically, and it was essentially the order block, which also lines up with the end of the higher time frame gap, and therefore I closed right here. And there basically I should have just stopped trading. Then it would have been a clean day, would have been a green day. But yeah, we formed S&T in here, so actually that looked to me really clean to go short. Why? Because we are just really bearish today. We took basically a retracement, or we retraced higher, swapped buy side liquidity, and to me now we are basically able to trend or trade basically now again lower. I was targeting consequent encroachment or the lower quadrant in that case, and yeah, could have been a really clean setup, but just the fact, or I think like going short in here to me is valid, because the setup right here still looks valid to me. We did not take out the invalidation point, or I think it was actually like that we had SMT. So yeah, and we did not take out basically the high right here. So with the wick we did not take out the invalidation point, traded lower, and from here on it's basically valid. And also on the S we already had a break of structure. So as you can see right here, we closed below the candle right here, so below the body, below the body of the candle. To me, basically that's more important than the wick in that case. So therefore we had a break of structure on NQ. I think we failed to do it, or almost failed to do it, but on yes it was way more clearer. So therefore I shorted, but yeah, we formed S&T here and got stopped. And yeah, I think this short is really wrong in that case, because we have such a unclean structure, and if we should have went basically lower already, we should have done it already. So therefore the stop right here could have, or the trade right here could have been completely avoided, and also to trade even. So regarding the setup right here, the setup to me is valid, so the short right here is valid. Regarding the setup right here, the second short is not valid. And also regarding risk management, both trades are not valid, but the trade right here, the first short, is still aligned with the setup. This one is basically not aligned with my setup and also not aligned with risk management. So yeah, that's basically it. But still, I think that's only from the last trade, the account summary. Let me check on my dashboard. Maybe it's now actually refreshed. So actually the loss right here is accurate. So I can show you right here my can I show you my dashboard? Yeah, I don't know, but I'm down 31.10 US dollar on the day. So yeah, actually I'm content with that. Basically break even, and huge winning day yesterday. still would have been really the right choice if I just stopped trading here, just regarding risk management. So yeah, but that's basically it.